Hello, I'm here, Bughouse, and I'm playing at minus infinity. So the first thing to note is that Bughouse does not mean to a lot of these players what it means to me. And so my partner's position is already quite bad. I would like him to play knight h6. This is also, oh no, um, a bit dodgy. So the reason I've gone for a3 is in the hopes of being able to control the flow. Um, Now, if I could time a queen well, that's really all that's good for my partner here. But pawn is bad. So it's very tricky. Maybe knight f6. Say knight f6 maybe. Now, I don't even know that my partner knows notation. I've never seen this pattern before. So my partner lost his queen, which isn't a problem. If he just taking with a knight might have been a bit better. We're probably gonna lose this, but that's okay. Hope to be able to make some instructive content. Partner isn't communicating, so he is probably odd. Okay, his name is Silent. So why do people put 69 in the username? I don't get that. He's probably a little bit overwhelmed by the interface, but I think I'm doing a good job of keeping the winning chances alive. I'm just slowly pressuring. My opponent has two queens, but they're not any particular danger to me. Um, I don't know what that means in this context. Does it mean, okay, it means he doesn't want to sit. If he doesn't sit, it's very hard for me to proceed. Oh, he just made it himself. Okay. If he'd have gone king f7, it would have been easier. Never mind. Okay. Okay, the opponent is doing a bit of sex sitting. This isn't the easiest position to play. Do this. Oh, you fool. That was just a blunder by me. Now, if queen takes, I have knight at d4, and that's pretty good. This doesn't... Okay, he's seeing more things than I am seeing. Heavy mates for me, but I'm not sitting for that. Okay, so he gave the queen. This should be okay, because our bishop covers g7. Now, we will try to mate. I need a few diags to mate. Ah, okay, I actually have mate already. This is checkmate. Okay, so that was better than the first game. Send a friend request. Interface is a little choppy for me. So, why play in this way that I'm playing? Well, it gives I'm a little bit flexible with respect to what I'm trading. Okay, the queens come. Oh, that was just a blunder by me. Okay, we definitely lose this one because partner's king is on the run and I'm hanging some stuff. And the fact that I can take a free knight is really neither here nor there in a position like this. We're up time. That's nice. I can try this one just to win a little time back. Play h4. Ah, that's a good move. Okay, he wants the pawn. Oh, we're busted here. I had to take d2. That was sort of both of our fault. We'll try again. So I don't ask if the partner is okay with queens, because that's just a way to lose time. If he's not saying no queen, I just go ahead and give it. Okay, it's a little awkward. This is a little weakening. Let's target c2. Let's try and make him... I guess I'd like to play bishop at f2 and bishop at g3 and hope queen comes, but I don't think it's gonna come. So what to do instead? Let's develop, and I'll play knight takes e3, try to get the initiative. Knight would be nice. I don't think that's coming. We're probably busted here. Rook takes d7 is going to be pretty strong. Okay, he didn't play that. Yeah, my position is quite bad. The flow is sort of against me. Stuff. I might be able to pull this one out. Okay, my partner is starting to trade, although I think it's probably too late. We're down a lot. Now, after king h1, there's just nothing. So we'll try this. It didn't work. I was hoping that I could catch him pre-moving. Thing is, I don't mind losing because who really needs a partner who's 2500 rated anyway? You know, it's like when you have such a partner, you can either really stress yourself out over winning 1 point, or you can, lose 15. No one wants to partner someone that high. It's not, um, it's not really that beneficial. So, okay, this might be a bit of a helpful moment. The opponent is sack sitting on me, and you'll notice that I'm not even saying no stuff. I'm just playing quickly. I put the king back. What's going on over here? I don't really know. Pins this pawn. I think, unfortunately, like it's virtually impossible to win. And I think you'll recall that first game, I asked the partner to sit, and he didn't. He just made it himself. We were up. If I'd have really tried, I could have probably flagged the opponent, and we would have won. And I can sit and say, okay, fix your position, but they won't fix the position. So we're just really looking at how can we keep our chances alive. Pawn mates my partner. So how can I can play this and he cannot take a pawn. Problem is, he'll never fix this. Bishop takes f3. Maybe I'll just suggest that real quick. But if he doesn't, if he if he lets himself get mated by a pawn, there's just nothing I can do. Rook h8 actually mates for the partner, but again, like, that's neither here nor there. So I'm trying to keep my chances alive. So I gave a knight. I'm trying to not give a knight. If I give a knight, it's game over. Now we are lucky, and that we found mate. If he goes back, if he goes here, it's pretty hard because I can take the rook. No, actually, okay. If he goes here, I need to give a pawn, and the pawn is mating. So it's lucky you went king b3. Okay. Now, are we gonna? Okay. So the thing about this is the d6 move is that it keeps the knight out of e5. But there are other things we can do. Might have misplayed this a bit. Now, if I get a knight, I'll get inside. Maybe that's not coming. I can still win the pawn back, so maybe we'll just do that. Knight c7 is a bit of a interesting looking move. Try not to weaken. We're going to have bishop at g5. Okay, so he wants to sack on e3. And because I don't know what's coming, I'm just going to play it very conservatively. Now I'll play queen e2 to defend. My partner's doing pretty well, actually. I can take this, and now this is pinned. knight d6. We're hitting the queen. This is pinned. We can go rook d1 check. We have queen d6 ideas. So we're doing pretty well. If he takes e4, there's 92. So the partner is also doing well. I'm gonna... No, okay, the bishop is here, so I can't really take that. Partner is saying sit, so we'll sit. There's pawn at e2. There's really a whole choice of mates. I shouldn't have moved. Okay, time is equal, so I'm gonna go. He can't go king takes. I'm gonna win the queen. My partner has mate. I sort of wish he would go ahead and play that. There's a lot of simple mates, but we'll mate instead. So, okay, our partner is outrated by a lot. Now, this is a chess mistake. I'm glad he played queen e7. If the partner plays queen e7, things are gonna be more or less fine. If bishop f7, king d8 is fine, or if he just takes it and gives queen for 2 minors, that's also fine. Now, we're up enough that I feel like, okay, I can sit. I just want to see if my partner is aware that there's a chat. They're sitting. This is a bit of a downside to Bughouse, is that, there's a lot of sitting that is not really, it's not about calculating, it's just about, wearing the other team down. And even though my side is up 17 seconds, that's just like, well, who cares? We're just gonna sit here because we can. And my partner could get mated by very little. So in order to maximize our chances, I'm gonna sit. Although ideal because it's this guy who is close to flagging and not this guy, which means if my partner isn't sort of fast, it could be hard to win. And he might have just gone AFK, by which I mean away from keyboard. I think I'm giving this so I can try to cheese my opponent because I think that that's the only chance to win. What with my partner just being totally absent, so that was lucky. Um, because I don't think my partner was ever going to move again. Now, I think this guy plays a3. Okay. So, okay, playing the Sicilian. That's sort of frowned upon in Bughouse. But if you can make it fly, you do get some positional advantages. Well, you get the space plus the solidity of um, e6, d6. Okay, my partner's doing good. He can't take g7 because, well, okay, I gave up this asset, this rook g8. I can play here. I can do this. The knight was clutch, so that was good. Yeah, so, you can win with the Sicilian. The thing that's important in Bughouse is opening variants, so that if you play the same stuff, your opponents will know what it is that you're doing. Your pre-moves and stuff. Sort of like I was able to win Mystery Shuttler's Queen because I had the sense that he would just pre-move stuff. Now that's not a real threat, so I'll just continue developing. He can't take this because I'll take. Now we can just pressure this. We can take here. This is a bit of a slow move. Aiming for f7. Now we're finally forced to do something about the a6 move because the rook was defended by the king. Now I'm going to try and get in on c7. If he takes the rook, I'll take the pawn and try to attack somehow. I don't know what my partner's hoping for. He's not telling me. So the queen will come in. There'll be queen c1, and I'll need to drop the rook that I'll get. Okay, I didn't realize my opponent had moved. Too much talking, maybe. We're gonna try and get in. I guess a knight would be good, and that came. Now, if my partner can live, I will mate. Perhaps. Oh shoot! I misplayed. I have mate. So, Mystery Shuttler is, in my opinion, the strongest of the random poolers by far. And he is never phased by a loss. And it's very rare that I can beat him. Now, what did I mess up? I think I took with the wrong queen. Actually, no. I should do it this way. Take it. I'm sorry. I'm not making any sense. Okay, maybe if I take this, bishop takes, rook d7, king takes, and but then I would have to give the queen, and that might be worse. So this I might have stumbled on the best way. Okay, so we have a partner who's rated 424, and his opponent is rated 500. Now, there's no point me getting, too invested in this game. We'll do our best. That's all we can do. Now, what plan am I going to use? Well, I'm going to try and open the G file and use. Okay, my partner made it himself, but will they see it? We don't know. So if I hold a knight, there's no forced mate. Queen takes f2, king d1. He needs knight e3. Now, what's the best chance for me here? I think it might just be this. Now, I just have to hope my partner does something about the f2 square. So we have stumbled into mate. Now, the rook move, the idea behind this is, well, you're probably not going to get the kind of pieces that you would like to have. So we're going to make do with what we have, which is our own pieces on the back rank. And then whatever comes, okay, we're going to try and rip open the files. Now, this is not really sound. I was thinking that if he takes, I'll go queen h4, but it doesn't work at all. But it was enough to confuse my opponent. Now, with stuff, it's good, but that stuff is not coming. But maybe my opponent doesn't realize that I'm not counting on this board to do anything for my board. So now, this double check and queen h1. Now, this knight doesn't quite work. This knight would actually ruin the mate, and I would probably have to make do with a perpetual. So it has to be this one, and then queen h1. Now, knight is going to hurt me. Okay, so knight loses my partner's queen. If he'd have said no knight, I would have tried to hold it, but he didn't say it. So my partner is dead. I can't hold the rook. And there are really no tricks. There's nothing to play for. So, okay, we'll just resign. Sometimes you just have to go rook a7. So the pieces I've gotten my um, opponent have not been that great. You know, he's not got the sort of things that he probably wants and even I would say deserves because he's been doing reasonably well. Oh, okay, I messed up. This was not the way to do it. That's unfortunate. So the C5 move, it's dodgy. You know, we'll try to get something out of it. I'm just sitting quite shamelessly here, but it worked. Okay, on to the next one. Um, okay, it kind of looks like this is a true player because bishop e7 with g5 is a very true player thing to do. Okay, he gave the queen without a second, without betting an eyelid, really. We're going to give it back, try to get inside. Uh, J crossover 14 no doubt wants to go pawn h6, but it's not easy for metal detector to get that. So we'll just put a knight here, try to get f6. We're going to take this before we go in. Now a knight defends this square. Okay, he's played this one. We're just going to try to make a queen. We can take this. Okay, our partner is doing a nice job of defending, which at this stage is really all I want from him. I don't really... Okay, my partner has found mate. That's good. Like, he just defended very pragmatically. Now let's hope that queens are good for the partner, then not, because now there's pawn h3. But if he was going to castle, he should have said, no pawn, no, sorry, no queen. You can't play bargains, you know, assume that things are not going to come. You have to assume that a lot of things will come. This is a big mess. Thing is, I just don't really approve of castling. I think that it's just, you just never get safe. Like, who's safer, the guy who castled or the guy who didn't castle? Now, that's a minority opinion. Like, most people will swear by castling. I don't see why knight is that great. I can live through the queen. Just queen f2. It's important. Board presence is so important, right? You don't want to... Okay, so now I can't give a knight. And I think the reason that... Okay, I won't even make this comment because, it's like he either will agree or he'll just get mad. Now, how can I get in? Maybe I can try this. So my opponent sees exactly what I'm trying to do. There's not a lot left to play for, really. We do get this, but it's not really going to be enough. Oh, this is... Now, this is sort of why the render pool is difficult, because you get people who play in such a way that, okay, they're good if the droppers come at the right time. But that window in which the droppers come is very small. Now, a good bug player leaves that window open, tries to make that window as wide as possible. And my view is that you do that by developing pieces. So Bughouse is very close to chess. It is it's a relative of chess, right? Now, not all chess variants are that close to standard chess. There's atomic chess. There's judo chess. Those games are what I would call alien variants. Partner just hung his queen. Alien variants. Now, nobody reacts well to being told you need to develop your pieces. So I didn't say anything. But it is true. Now this is just checkmate, isn't it? Mate 2. But again, like, no one really cares about my rating. Now, if somebody feels that I'm underrated and then playing against me, it costs them a lot of points, they'll feel that it's unfair. But I'm not trying to lose points. It's just this is the hand I've been dealt. It's random, right? We're not going to worry too much about it. Now, I wanted to give the queen. It's not clear that I'll be able to, because if knight takes, I need the partner to be okay with the queen's. So I'm trying to get inside here. My partner is playing well. This is somebody's alt. I think I know whose it is, but I won't say. Okay, so my partner found me. And this game was really about this board. My board, not a lot happened. I was hoping to catch Mystery Shuttler pre-moving, but I didn't. Okay. This, just kind of a lot of stuff got traded. My partner just handled the float better. Used his queen without overextending. Now, he was vulnerable to queen, but short of a queen, his opponent didn't have any way to mate. Now, knight g5. Now, not knight e5, right? Because he'll just trade off my attacking piece. And I don't want that. So I'm saying take this. Pawn on g5 is too strong for you to take. I think my partner wants diags and stuff. Queen, so I don't give it. If knight e7, king d8 is forced. Now, as much as I might like to sack the queen, it's not viable because bishop takes e2 comes with check. We're down we're up 6 seconds. So now metal detector has to deal with the fact that, there's a queen, pieces are overextended. So now we're seeing some chessing. Giving the hoping that my partner mates. And I looked to see if my partner was actually giving check before I even saw that knight f4 was made in black. It's just, sometimes you just have to feed your partner like crazy. So mystery is sex sitting. But I think that my partner will handle it better. Queen is okay. So I'm letting my partner know that it was okay to give the queen. And then once I'm defended, my partner's hands are not tied, and he can just give whatever he wants to give to find mate. Again, next to nothing happened on my board. It was just some opening moves got played, some things got traded, and my partner handled it better. So there's sex sitting going on here, so I'm gonna hold knights, gonna hold the queen. Queen e2 is a really nice way for h3 is unfortunate. H3 is quite weakening. Queen f3 is good. Now, as long as I don't give a queen, my partner is safe. So I'm gonna try to sack on f2. Board presence. That's the idea. Now I'm gonna just take with the knight. If I if I can keep the trade sort of low, even if my partner doesn't sort of fix his dark squares, doesn't play efficiently, I can keep him safe. Now I didn't even realize that my opponent had moved. Now we're gonna try and get into h3. He can take with check, queen takes, but then it's very difficult. This is a good move. That's a really great move by him. We're just gonna keep trying to get in on the dark squares. Now, if knight takes g2, there's a smothered mate, so it's very hard for white to defend. Okay, resigned. Notice, I'm in the center, opponent castle. Who's safer? Okay, we're just gonna say no queen. We're gonna fix as quickly as we can. Queen e2. Okay, let's try to develop a bit. Say okay now. See, that's really all you need. No queen, okay now. And now maybe I want to keep the bishop here to cover the dark squares a bit better. This pawn is pinned, so this might not be that good. If knight takes d4, there's queen takes e5. Or I could go knight takes, and then if queen takes d4, drop another knight on f3. Keeping f4, right? If bishop takes, there's the f4 square. So I'm threatening the queen and also defending c2 with my queen. Now we are threatening some nasty discovered attacks. Maybe this one might be a bit slow. Maybe knight f6 was better. I'm not sure, but pragmatism is everything in Buck. You can't always find the perfect moves, so I'm just trying to continue to move. Now the queens can come. Queen takes f6, takes f6, check, knight takes e2, bishop takes, knight takes c2, king d2, bishop check. I'll take the knight. I could be hurting with too much stuff. So why am I playing like this? Well, part of it is about I'll defend b2. So he found a nice move. This is actually quite a high level move. Now the knight defends us here, so he's got to keep check. If he doesn't keep check, it's tricky. This is a bit dodgy. This is almost besides the point. Oh, this was a bad move by me. For this reason, yeah. Now, wherever the mate was, this was not it. So I'm going to need like a knight, and that's not coming, unfortunately. So my partner is saying, hurry up and mate him. Unfortunately, it's just not there. I don't think. We can definitely try. Okay, so that was a bit cheap and inexact. Now, partner's a knight up, right? So what does he do with it? Okay, 94, this is all fine. Takes. This is fine. This is okay. Board presence. This isn't good because there's no way in. Yeah. So okay, we're seeing really like poor use of the droppers. Knight d7 is okay, but then this is all a bit impulsive. This is okay, looking good. Why did this go so wrong? I think maybe just giving up control of the dark squares too easily. So maybe in this situation, you don't go pawn f2. You go like knight takes e5, queen takes d4. So if knight takes e5, queen takes e5, bishop at d6, you know, sit for the bishop, I'll get it because of uptime. Nobody's moving. Now, you know, games like this are very difficult because you just don't know. You know, you could blink and the partner is just mated. We'll do our best. We'll continue with this idea of... Now, the pawn e5, I don't really mind that very much. Like, it's just... This is actually a great way to free up black's position. Like c5, and you can move the c-pawn a lot easier when the king is away from the c-pawn. So c5 here is really good. My partner's doing great for a 400. Now, I'm sure mistakes will come later, but I'm not worried about that. Now, taking on g2 is always possible. And I'm not going to tell my partner exactly how to play. I'm just going to say, if you want to win, then, you know, take some things. That will definitely help. Now, I've done a lot with what I've been given, and, you know, my moves are starting to run out. But, you know, maybe the partner will come through. We don't know. I'm going to need that bishop, probably. It might not even be good enough. Now he has knight takes bishop. This is double check. So we might be able to win. He has to... Okay, so he avoided a pitfall. There's... like queen takes queen. Because that not only... okay. So I'm lucky because for all I know, a 400 will just do something and allow queen takes h7. Which, you know, it's a real shame when you put a lot of thought into how to, you know, get through, how to win. I mean, I'm trying not to get too invested in these games because ultimately, you know, my rating doesn't matter. Nobody cares. You know, and it's more about the patterns and stuff like that. Now, e3 should have been played, not e4. So I'm lucky that my opponent didn't capitalize immediately. Now I can fix, and really, I'm immune to everything in principle. You know, there's no queen knight. Okay, maybe if he gets like knights and stuff at the wrong time. I'd like to play this one. There's knight f5 here. That's good. My partner found good move. This is just free. Oh, okay. So this is gonna be shouldn't be too hard to win this. All I'm doing is just controlling certain squares. Gonna take f7 next. I'm not gonna give a kind of want to. We're gonna play patiently. Actually, this isn't getting me. Okay, sort of hoping that now this might not be okay. Bishop at d4, which just kills all counterplay. I have mate, and I didn't give the queen. Sometimes you have mate, you get uptime, and then the partner doesn't want to sit. It can happen. A lot of people don't understand the diagonal clocks. All right, we'll play the French. That's the most solid. Holding on to the knight because of what's going on here. Queen doesn't really belong here. Okay, I did end up giving the knight. Hopefully it's not too bad. We'll move the queen. We'll take the queen. Bishop here. That's a bit annoying, actually. I am threatening knight takes. This could be good. I can go g5, g4, forcing either h takes and rook takes, or f takes and the right kind of flow. We'll get inside. Unfortunately, the partner is blundering a lot. Well, we're gonna pawn it is what I'm concerned about. Bishop a4 would be nice. This is too dodgy. But this is bad too. So if he takes this, we might be okay. Okay, I'm sitting to hold the diags. I'm down time. Say okay. See, if my partner says, don't give this, don't give that, then I know they actually care about winning. And I care about winning too, maybe it's vanity, but maybe it's like, well, when you play without caring, then the game's deteriorating quality. Okay, now he's fixed c2, and really nothing can go too wrong. You gotta keep the king from getting to c1. That's what's the most important thing in these positions. Even with my poor mating skills, this should do it. Now my partner's position looks good. I want him to take on d5. Because now, we did give stuff. Uh, hmm. I would rather he just give the queen because he's going to lose the queen anyway. So it would be better if he just gave it right away. bishop takes e3 is just so much better. Yeah, it is. It is over. I don't like to lose like this. My partner has not developed any of his pieces, and I couldn't really get anything going. Like, people just hate to be told, I mean, I've tried, they'll be like, okay, you're not playing fast enough. But, you know, you can only fix so much with speed. This is a mistake, because he can just take and play queen takes. But my partner in the last game didn't blame me for my lack of speed. He seemed to realize, he should have given the queen earlier, and that would have made it a lot easier. I'm sort of hoping that this... Getting bishop. Bishop f5. See if he finds it. I'm not fast at typing, which is annoying as a Bughouse player. Because, you need to communicate. And I'm not moving because I'm typing. And who even knows if my partner knows what I'm even talking about with the notation. I mean, my Spanish is pretty non-existent. I think he's saying he doesn't speak English. But I don't know. So, I'm going to say trade. Hopefully he will trade. If he goes h takes, what's the fastest mate? I honestly don't see it. Knight h3, king h2. The fastest mate might just be not forcing, maybe just knight at g4 covering h2. I don't even... this shouldn't hurt me at all. Like, there shouldn't be any way for him to overload my defenses. He can go king takes rook. Now I'm going to give the rook because rook hurts my partner the least here. Now bishop mates my partner. Bishop a3 has just made him one. We're up a lot. I want to keep moving because I suspect that the longer this goes on, like the more chances there are of just my partner doing something that is mating himself. Okay. I'm not going to play plus zeros because it does get a bit annoying because you win and then they you have them both mated in 30 seconds. They just sit there for 2.5 minutes refusing to move, which is like, well, if we were good sports playing you for nothing, you could at least admit when you lost. I'll play for +1. Again, I don't know what's going to happen on the other board, so I'm going to try to play solid, flexible, win material, and at the same time play against the king. Now, that's a lot of things to do, but we got to carry. G3 would be fine. Give the pawn back. Got to keep my position easy to play. Now, if it was really like a higher level match, I might just push that pawn right away. But here, I'll prep. Oh, that was free. I'm just totally distracted by what's going on over here. Oh, that's a free queen. I'm making a lot of mistakes here. But if I got the piece that is there for the taking, it would be a win. So, yeah, this is quite hard. There's not a lot I can do oftentimes. I just don't have a good move. Like my partner's not seeing a lot, and it's hurting us. Now, if I go queen h4, that's just rook h3. I have to play a bit of a move I don't want to play. And again, I don't want to block this bishop, but I'm running out of things to do. Now, hopefully this will help you. Okay, so I have mate now. But my partner made it themselves. Now, we will try with the 200 rated partner. I mean, you can at least see, like, okay, well, if you had a partner who is, struggling on their board, but, can sort of sometimes play moves that make sense, then, you can just make up that gap, it's not always possible. You can play very well or even perfectly and lose. I mean, this, in some sense, this isn't even real Bughouse, right? Because, real Bughouse would be a team of players who sort of like each other, know each other, agree about how Bug should be played, and that's not really present here, right? We've got people who Bughouse doesn't mean for them what it means for me, and I think Bughouse would be a lot more fun if there were more players who cared about Bug. So it's not clear how to make the most of what I have here. We're down 10 seconds. I can win the queen, that's probably the best thing to do. Now, can we get a knight here? Queen would mate, but that's not coming. Now, if we do this, there's bishop f7, but then there's knight takes f6. So pawn mates for me. Unfortunately, they're not cooperating. Now, all I can do is this, hang on to this piece. Okay, king takes was very bad. And I hung a second queen. So this loss is really my failure to carry my partner. Knight h, okay, king f4, that's queen g5, unfortunately, so we are just lost. And even if there wasn't an easy, it would still be unlikely that we could, yeah. Can't really take d4 if a knight comes. Now, I can't even do this if a knight comes, knight f5, because this will mate me. Sometimes you just have to try and hit them harder than they're hitting you. Again, the castling, I wish it just never happened because it just never helps it only hurts. As long as I can hold rook, we're okay. He can take, should be taking the. Oh wait, no, he couldn't take the queen. I don't really know what to do for my partner here. I mean, he's got to figure out things about Bug for himself. Even this is not enough. Bit annoying. Oh, that's pinned. I didn't really make enough of first move advantage. Gotta stay strong on the light squares. Shouldn't be too hard for white to find me. I think pawn e7, knight c8. Okay, and I didn't realize that knight c8 is protected by h3. But even without that, with two queens, it should be enough. Okay, I think maybe I'll make this the last one. G6 is about making space for the king. Covering F7. Modest developing moves, hoping that the partner can make use of this piece. This should actually not be a problem. I'll go Queen E7, which means that, whatever comes, I should be okay. Let's bring the knight back from C4 onto a square that's more relevant. Knight covers F7. Okay, maybe we can use this bishop. Now, if I get some diagonals, bishops, and pawns, I can think to attack a bit. Shouldn't be too difficult to find a mate, even for me. So pawn mates for me. Now we could drop a knight, but we can also use what we have. Okay, so I hope that this was useful. If you random pool, that's how I try to do it. Sometimes I play D4, which is slower, and I think of it as like a sledgehammer. And then this A6B5 stuff, I think of it as trying to win with like a Swiss Army knife. That's a bit of a cheesy a metaphor, but that's roughly how I think of it. Let me know if you enjoy random pool stuff. I'll do more of it. Um, and yeah, I don't care too much about my rating. I think that 24 whatever is close enough to accurate anyway. Okay, thank you for watching.